Now, women in Saudi Arabia have been allowed to drive for the first time, but attention is turning to another of the kingdom's controversial laws. Alex has more on this. Alex.
I do, Tessa. Welcome to theCUBE. Good morning. Our team here in our social media centre, Rachel, Emmanuel and Eric, are keeping across all developments and all big stories. And obviously, a historic weekend, women in Saudi Arabia being allowed to drive for the first time. But rather than sitting back and resting on their laurels, they are kicking off the next stage of campaigning for equal rights in the kingdom with a campaign #MilesForFreedom. Now, this has been founded by Manal Al-Sharif. She is a Saudi Arabian woman, and she is now wanting this campaign to move towards tackling male guardianship laws in the country. Now, there are also, two main aims, I suppose you could say she has. The first is to see the release of these women. These activists are still in prison. They were leading voices campaigning for women to be allowed to drive. Now women can drive. These women are still in prison. So the first aim of Manal Al-Sharif's campaign is to get these women released. And secondly, it is, as I say, to challenge the male guardianship laws, which at the moment mean women have to ask men's permission if they want to get a passport to leave the country. So still very restrictive in that respect. So how does the campaign work and what is it? Well, Manal Al-Sharif is inviting women all over the world to clock up and share the miles they are driving. The idea was to reach 1 million miles as opposed to just a signature on a petition. Once she reached 1 million miles, she'd send this driving petition to the Saudi king calling for change. Well, it went viral, and the current total, if we can pull this up here, is, wait for it to upload, here we go, more than 3 times what she expected, over 3 million miles. Women all around the world clocking up the distances they are driving, adding to this site and updating it. The idea being women all over the world uniting with a big number here to put pressure on Saudi authorities to listen to the key message of this new campaign calling for this wonderful change for driving to now be extended to give women freedom in many other areas of their life. And a huge number of people on social media in Saudi Arabia praising Manal Al-Sharif for this, including this user here saying, "All the respect to you and the rest of the brave women." Now, needless to say, conservative elements in Saudi Arabia had a problem with women driving, and understandably, you can understand that those conservative elements are still having problems with this latest campaign. But again, social media at the forefront of calls for change in Saudi Arabia. Are you a woman? Are you driving? Are you getting involved? You can let us know your thoughts using #theCUBE.
Indeed. Thank you for that, Alex and the CUBE team.